describe the moment when independence for India was announced? What exactly were you doing?
See, it was the year 1947. I was in the high school. I was about approximately 12 years old. I was in what is called the fourth form, which is comparable to the 8th grade or so here. The moment the independence was announced, there was joy everywhere, and if I remember correctly, we got a whole week off from the school. There were celebrations going on, decorations were started all over, songs were getting composed, everything was cleaned up for the celebration. And actually the independence celebration started at the 0 hour on August 15th, 1947. 0 hour means about 12 a.m., midnight.
So what were these celebrations like?
Celebrations were big processions carrying the portraits of the national leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, who is known as the father of the nation, and portraits of all big leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Vallabhbhai Patel, and all other, lot of historical figures. All their portraits were made, and big processions were going on, and a lot of patriotic songs were blaring forth from the loudspeakers almost 24 hours a day.
So you said Nehru had said a speech? So
Yes, I still remember the Prime Minister's speech. He said, "India wakes to freedom when the whole world sleeps." That is the first sentence he said. I still remember that.
So was that the most memorable part of the celebrations?
Yes, suppose we were all awake. Nobody slept that night because we were all waiting to hear Pandit Nehru's speech.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
So did your expectations of post-independent India, were they fulfilled?
Yeah, looking back, I was only a very young kid, 12 years old. At that time, we didn't realize the significance of independence because we didn't know. So, as I grew up, I think by the time I went to college, I realized the importance of independence, how things developed in every field of activity, educational field and the technological field. A lot of new departments were created, including the famous atomic energy, in which I worked also for a while.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. So you said Gandhi had heavily influenced the Indian independence movement. So what were your feelings towards him?
He was an extraordinary leader, and I still remember a book in which he wrote My Experiments with the Truth or something like that. But unfortunately, he was assassinated even within a year. 1948, he was assassinated due to some religious problems.
So can you describe the general mood when Gandhi was assassinated?
Oh, the whole nation was plunged into grief, and for almost nearly a week, lot of even transportation, everything was suspended. People were really grief-stricken. That was the saddest part of the whole story of the India's independence. He didn't live to see the country developing into a beautiful nation.